existence precedes essence. With these three words, a revolution in philosophy began, altering the way individuals see themselves and their place in a complex world. This brief phrase, often associated with Jean-Paul Sartre, captures the crux of existentialism, a philosophy that wrestles with the raw realities of human existence, emphasizing personal freedom, choice, and the inherent absence of absolute direction in life's tumult, as we navigate the ever-shifting sands of modern life. The insights of existentialism offer not just a lens to view our existence, but a profound invitation to participate actively in the creation of our essence. In this essay, we embark on a rich journey through the realm of existentialism, exploring its historical roots, its fundamental doctrines, and its practical implications for living authentically in today's world. The seeds of existentialism were sown in the fertile ground of 19th century Europe, amidst a cultural milieu marked by revolutionary ideas and radical questioning of traditional values. Key precursors like Soren Kierkegaard and Friedrich Nietzsche challenged the established norms of their time, paving the way for a more introspective and personal approach to philosophy. Kierkegaard, often considered the first existentialist philosopher, introduced the concept of angst as the emotional response to individual freedom and responsibility, setting a foundational tone for existentialism's later development. Nietzsche, on the other hand, declared God is dead, a metaphor critical of the then-modern society's reliance on religion to provide meaning and moral guidance absent in the existential framework. Their pioneering work questioned absolute truths and highlighted the importance of individual perspective, which deeply influenced the existential philosophers that followed, creating a new philosophy concerned with the personal engagement with one's own existence. Jean-Paul Sartre, arguably the most well-known proponent of existentialism, posited that human beings begin their existence without any inherent purpose or meaning. It is only through their actions that they create their essence. Sartre's assertion that existence precedes essence fundamentally flips the classical metaphysical question concerning the essence or nature of existence on its head. Sartre emphasized the freedom of the individual to shape their life through choices, a daunting prospect that he described as leading to a kind of existential anguish. This anguish, however, is not something to be evaded but embraced as a part of the authentic experience of freedom. His contributions to existential thought brought philosophical concepts into the public square, discussing themes of freedom, despair, and alienation in accessible ways that resonated with the existential dilemmas of everyday life. Martin Heidegger, another titan of existential thought, approached the question of existence through the lens of being. His seminal work, Being and Time, delves deep into the concept of Dasein, or being there, which represents the specific manner in which humans are in the world. Heidegger argued that conventional metaphysical inquiries overlook what it means to be human by focusing excessively on abstract categorizations rather than on the actual experiences of existence. He called for a focus on being itself, examined through the concrete details of everyday life. This shift to examining everyday existence opened a new path in philosophy, influencing subsequent interpretations of what it means to live authentically amidst the inevitability of death and the ubiquity of existential anxiety. Simone de Beauvoir, one of the foremost female existentialists, tackled existentialism's implications concerning freedom and ethics. In her work, The Ethics of Ambiguity, she argues that our freedom is intertwined with others, that one's actions inherently affect the freedom of others, which places moral obligations on our choices. De Beauvoir expounded the idea that we must strive towards freedom not only for ourselves, but also foster the conditions that allow others to achieve their freedom. This relational aspect of existential freedom offers a compelling frame to explore the interconnectedness of individual choices and communal responsibilities. Through her philosophical and literary works, de Beauvoir provided a robust critique of the ways society constructs and constrains identity and freedom, making a vital contribution to both existentialist and feminist philosophies. Albert Camus introduced the notion of the absurd, a fundamental conflict between human tendency to seek inherent value and meaning in life and the cold, indifferent universe that offers none. Camus' philosophy, centered around the concept of the absurd, emphasizes the necessity of rebellion as a response to the absurdity of existence. His heroes strive to live with a passion for life and a continuous questioning of the world, despite its inherent meaninglessness. In his novel, The Stranger, and the essay The Myth of Sisyphus, Camus illustrates how his protagonists confront the absurd and choose to live without resorting to false hopes. Instead of despair, Camus advocates a life lived with full awareness of its absurdity, which he believed could lead to a state of contentment and freedom, a defiance that makes life worth living. Camus' influence extends beyond philosophy into literature and even political thought, where his ideas about the absurd courage needed to face the often illogical nature of human existence continue to resonate today. Long before the term existentialism was coined, Fyodor Dostoevsky was exploring its themes in his complex psychological novels. Characters like Raskolnikov in Crime and Punishment and Ivan Karamazov in The Brothers Karamazov grapple with existential dilemmas about freedom, morality, and the existence of God. Dostoevsky's narratives delve deep into the psyche of his characters, revealing the turmoil and conflict inherent in the human condition. His work not only predates but informs existentialist thought, emphasizing the importance of personal responsibility and the existential angst born from radical freedom and isolation. Dostoevsky's profound influence on existentialism shows how literature can explore and express philosophical ideas, contributing to the broader understanding of existential themes in human psychology. At the heart of existentialism lies the concept of personal freedom. Freedom not only from external constraints, but also from the internal ones imposed by our own choices and actions. This freedom is both liberating and burdensome, as it places the onus of shaping one's destiny squarely on the individual. Sartre's concept of radical freedom suggests that individuals are always free to make choices, regardless of their circumstances. This idea can be empowering but also daunting, as it implies a constant responsibility for one's actions, which Sartre famously termed as being condemned to be free. With great freedom comes great responsibility. This is particularly evident in existentialist thought, which asserts that every choice carries weight, impacting not only the chooser but also the world around them. The existential burden of responsibility can be overwhelming, but is also seen as a fundamental aspect of leading an authentic life. Existentialists like de Beauvoir and Sartre discuss the implications of choices and the ethical dimensions they entail. They argue that in choosing for oneself, one is choosing for all humanity, thus each decision should be made with a consideration of its universalizability. This intense scrutiny of personal decision-making encourages a deeper reflection on the ethical implications of our actions, promoting a more conscientious and deliberate approach to life. Existentialism's emphasis on the individual can sometimes be misconstrued as promoting a form of radical individualism. However, many existentialist thinkers have stressed the individual's relationship with society and the mutual responsibilities that this entails. The existential perspective on society challenges the status quo and encourages a critical analysis of social structures and norms. For existentialists, society is often seen as imposing its own set of meanings and values on the individual, which can lead to a form of bad faith if these externally imposed identities are accepted without question. By critically engaging with societal norms, existentialism advocates for a form of social engagement that is deeply personal yet universally mindful, paving the way for social change that respects individual freedom and responsibility. In our contemporary world, where traditional structures and certainties are increasingly questioned, the existentialist search for meaning remains profoundly relevant. As technology, globalization, and cultural shifts reshape our world, the existential questions of purpose, identity, and authenticity gain new urgency. Modern existentialists explore these themes in the context of contemporary challenges, such as the digital age's impact on human relationships and the existential threats posed by global issues like climate change and political instability. The resilience of existentialist thought in addressing these modern dilemmas shows its enduring relevance and adaptability, offering insights that help individuals navigate the complexities of modern life with integrity and purpose. Applying existentialist philosophy in everyday life involves embracing freedom, making conscious choices, and living with the awareness of the inherent absurdity of life. This practical application encourages individuals to lead lives characterized by authenticity and personal integrity. Existential practice might involve reflecting on one's values and actions, committing to personal projects that are significant on an individual level, and acknowledging the freedom in others by respecting their choices and encouraging their authenticity. By incorporating existentialist principles into daily living, individuals can cultivate a life that not only navigates but also transcends the existential angst, turning it into a source of strength and personal growth. As we look towards the future, existentialism continues to provide a valuable framework for understanding the human condition. Its emphasis on personal freedom, responsibility, and authenticity remains relevant as society faces new and complex challenges. The adaptability of existentialist thought is evident in its application to contemporary issues and its influence in various fields beyond philosophy, including psychology, literature, and even artificial intelligence and ethics. The ongoing relevance and evolution of existentialism suggest a vibrant future for this philosophical tradition, continuing to inspire and challenge us to confront our existence with courage and resilience. In conclusion, existentialism, with its rich history and profound depth, offers not just philosophical insight but practical guidance. By engaging with existentialist thought, we can better understand our place in the world and shape a life that reflects our most authentic selves amidst the vicissitudes of an ever-changing world. Unraveling Existence. A dive into existentialism. Existence precedes essence. With these three words, a revolution in philosophy began, altering the way individuals see themselves and their place in a complex world. This brief phrase, often associated with Jean-Paul Sartre, captures the crux of existentialism, a philosophy that wrestles with the raw realities of human existence, emphasizing personal freedom, choice, and the inherent absence of absolute direction in life's tumult. As we navigate the ever-shifting sands of modern life, the insights of existentialism offer not just a lens to view our existence, but a profound invitation to participate actively in the creation of our essence. In this essay, we embark on a rich journey through the realm of existentialism, exploring its historical roots, its fundamental doctrines, and its practical implications for living authentically in today's world. We will delve into the minds of the key philosophers who shaped this transformative philosophy and examine how their revolutionary ideas continue to influence our daily lives and the broader societal landscape.